but this is where the retest is, and this is where the money is made, right? So if you're wondering, if you get stopped out in the lower time frames, or you have any difficulty in knowing like kind of how to use order flow, or what things should I look for in order flow, or I'm using order flow and I still make mistakes, I move my stops, all these problems can be fixed if you adopt a break and retest model. Now there's a few things that I haven't gone through, so again, this is a key level, so this key level here was valid, so that's kind of step one. You have to have a key level, and I've made lots of videos on how to find your key levels correctly. Now, once you found your key levels, you're then looking for a break. So this is the next thing. You're looking for a break. That's going to be sort of step 2. And step 3 is the retest. And so step 3 is what people miss, right? And then technically step 4 would be your entry. So how do you pull the trigger? That's what I'm going to go through in this video. So pulling the trigger basically comes down to reading the retest. So let's now, I'm going to clear my charts. Let's now go to the order flow or ATAS platform. Let's kind of break this down step by step. So the yellow box here represents a retest, and the retest is where the money is. Now, if we go to, there we go. So this is my screenshot from the ATAS platform. Now, we're going to be diving in candle by candle just to see what's going on. So this chart here is the same as this chart here. They're the same thing, but we're going to dive into the specifics of it. So this is the key level. This is the break. So this is now 69.42 to about 36. So you needed this level on your charts before the session even began. So if we just take a look at this now, what we see over here, we see big red candle. We have some heavy selling volume, and we do break below the zone, right? We also have a lot of negative or red delta breaking below the zone. So what does that mean, right? What does that mean? Again, I've made tons of videos on what the numbers mean, what the delta means. But when you have a red, that means that there's more aggressive sellers than buyers. So in other words, there's more aggressive sell orders than aggressive buy orders, hence why we have a negative delta. The left number is greater than the right number. There is a lot of aggressive selling over here, a lot of sellers pushing price down. Okay, now when we retest, and so this is what we're going to be focusing on. So we're going to be focusing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sort of candles over here. This is where the money is made. And so if you think about it logically, let me just take you over to the side for a second. So this is where your retest is happening. So your retest, again, is going to look something like this.